Hi, welcome to yet another Photoshop tutorial. In this tutorial we're going to create some 3D gold text. This is fully 3D, we can see that if we move it about. So that's what we're going to do. So let's start all the way from the beginning. Before you do this, you want to either create or download some gold gradients. So I'll include the set I've got on the website photoshopbus.co.uk under Photo Junkies tutorials, or you just Google free gold metal materials Photoshop and you'll find loads. Anyway, so first thing we need to do is let's just create some gold. So let's get our gradient tool, and as you can see I've got this gold pack loaded here, and I'm going to use this circular gradient on a new layer, and there we go. I'm also going to give that a filter, so I'm going to give it a distort wave just to give a bit more going on in that gold, some more dark and light patches. I'm going to create some text, so I'll come down to the background layer, get my text tool. I'm on Times New Roman bold, Times New Roman because I just like the style of it, and I'm painting with black. So I'm going to start again on that, I think. That's better. Hold down shift, so I'll go caps and type gold, enter. Let's turn off that top layer. I'm going to press Ctrl T on that, and I'm going to scale this up like that. Click enter. I'm going to rasterize this text because we want to merge the layer above it down. Now I could have clicked it and still create the 3D object, but I believe it would have made all the extrusion and that the same material, and I want a slightly darker, slightly different gold for that one, so I don't need to merge down. What I need to do is control click on the gold, and then on the top layer add a layer mask, and that will hide everything but which was selected, which was the gold letters. So remember, control click on the thumbnail to select any pixels on that thumbnail, on that layer. So from control E to merge together. On this background I'm just going to give it some green, which is my background colour. I'm going to press Control Delete just to make it stand out a bit more. Go back to gold with my 3D panel open and do 3D extrusion, create. So now we've got this 3D object. I'm going to press Control H, and that hides basically all the bounding boxes, the ground plane and everything. Just make sure we are snapped to the ground plane, which we are. Control H, and now we can work without having to see all that stuff going on. I am, however, just gonna pull this down a little bit like so. Okay, so first thing I want to do is change the extrusion size, and I want to change the material for it. So let's go to where it says gold, and let's just apply it's actually called that gold, so let's do that first then, that's fine. So click that top one and then click this one like that, and this is one that I've made. So if we come to this one here, cap, this will give us the options of playing with the bevel. So if you just want to follow along and have this exact same bevel, just create a width of 0, an angle of 6, inflate it to 46 and strength at 30, and you can, you know, choose front and back front, but we just want the front, and there you go. So that's our preset done. Next thing we want to do, oh, as I say, we want to change that extrusion material, so let's come to gold extrusion material. So you can see it here, extrusion material, diffuse texture, replace texture, and in my temporary folder I've got one here which is also from that metal pack of gradients that I've got. Now what I've done is I downloaded them and I've just sort of, you know, chosen the gradient, opened it, and then added stopwatch, changed it to how I want. So this one's a little darker. If I open up that one and then I open up that one, you can see that basically one is darker than the other. You can't really see that because we merged it down, but believe me, that one's a lot darker, and I made it so by adding it in the gradient. So now we want to use lights, get some lights. Come down to the infinite light. I'm going to change it to a point light. I'm going to press Control H again so I can actually see. That's not actually showing me anything, so why is that? Oh, let me get on the move tool, that's why not. So now I'm on the move tool, point light. We can use these two, the slide and the push pull drag options. So I'm going to come like so, get the slide, drag out that shadow, center it a bit, and maybe turn the colour up just to brighten that a little bit. Not much. We'll leave the shadow as it is and we'll keep it like that. Now what we need to do is go ahead and render this. So getting rid of all that stuff, we hit on render, and the new Mercury engine in Photoshop is a lot faster than the old renderer, but it'll still take a little bit of time depending on your machine, your processor really. It doesn't take long on this. I'll probably fast forward, but as you can see, it's second or third pass over it is okay. So I'm going to leave it like that, but you render it a bit longer. Remember my example, I don't know if it's still there, but my example at the beginning I'd rendered for maybe 5 minutes and you didn't have none of this. Just done something, just changed the intensity of the colour. Great, let's leave it like that. Yeah, there's still noise around there when you render. So anyway, next we want to create a new layer. Let's fill it with 50% grey, open up the colour picker and change the brightness to 50. So a quick way of getting 50% grey. Fill it with 50% grey. Want to convert it to a smart filter so we can reopen the filter if needed, and we can also use the fade if command, which normally you can only use it edit fade if it's the first option you choose after you've created the filter. When it's a smart filter we can use it as much as we want. Go filter, render, lighting effects, and I've set up these here. So just copy those settings and we'll click OK. We're going to set the blend mode to overlay. Now we're going to bring the opacity down, and I'm probably only going to use this. You can double click here in the corner and you can change blend modes and maybe have it on color burn, and you can play with the settings, but I think I'll put this back as it was. like so. And I'm just going to crop the top of this because I don't like all that up there. Maybe just a little bit at the bottom. Okay. And just while we talk, I'll just go ahead and render this. So that's how you can create some 3D gold looking text. Now the thing to remember in this tutorial is how to create that bevel. It's in a different place obviously because we haven't got the represent box like we had before. So things are a little bit different. Yeah. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Catch you next time.